What is son? Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Courtside C Show. Of course, you already know it's your boy Sean the Slim God. Let's go ahead and get into the show. So, of course, like I told you last show, the award show came up this week, and there wasn't really nothing surprising that went down. Of course, MVP went to James Harden. Most Improved went to Victor Oladipo. Rookie of the Year, of course, Ben Simmons. And Defensive Player of the Year went to Rudy Gobert. Coach of the Year went to Dwayne Casey. And Sixth Man went to Lou Williams. So, big shouts out to all of the ones that played their hearts out this 2018 season. They really did they thug dizzle. And then Big 3 Season 2, Week 2 was up, and that was pretty lit. I actually got an opportunity to watch it on Fox. The Killer Threes and the Ghost Ballers played the first game, and Steven Jackson went off. He had 28 points and 9 rebounds. And even though the Ghost Ballers lost, Carlos Boozer did his thing with the double-double with 22 and 10. So, Carlos Boozer looking really good out there, but Steven Jackson knows that it's up to him if they're going to at least make it to the playoffs this year. Tri-State made it look easy playing against the Ball Hogs, winning 51-34. It was really no contest. I think the Ball Hogs just need another scorer. They tried to get Deshaun Stevenson this year, but it just wasn't enough. But Tri-State bringing in Nate Robinson seems to be the key of them trying to make it to the playoffs. They're 2-0, so kudos to them. And Power played against Three's Company, and they ended up beating Three's Company 50-44. It was pretty much a done bun. It was really like 30-44, all the way up until Baron Davis just was like, look, man, we got to turn it up. And he ended up scoring 27 of their 44 points. Kudos to Baron Davis. B. Diddy is definitely going to need some help with Three's Company if he's going to do anything with them. Also, Corey Maggette, Big Baby, and Katino Mobley on Power, they look great. When them three is out there, man, they can score. They're physical enough. Big Baby is short, but man, he's looking like the big that can't be messed with out there. So, kudos to Power, man. For right now, Power is looking like the best team and the team to look forward to as far as the championship. Just two games in. So, but kudos to Power. And last but not least, Trilogy and Three-Headed Monsters played against each other. This was actually the championship game from last year, and they're rematching. And if you see it from the beginning, Trilogy didn't have a chance at all. Reggie Evans was able to keep it physical in the paint for the Three-Headed Monsters, while Rashard Lewis was able to just put up them points. He ended up putting up 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists, and ended up finishing it off for them. So, super kudos to the Three-Headed Monsters. They got a chip on their shoulder from last year. It looks like they're ready for the playoffs again. And yes, July 1st is here, so free agency has begun. And it's a list of people who re-sign, but more importantly, it's also a list of people who sign with other teams. Paul George ended up staying with OKC, signing 4-year deal, $137 million. Really? Staying with OKC? You must mess with Russell Westbrook the long way if you're going to do that. Jeremy Grant ended up signing 3 years, $27 million with OKC again. So, they're pretty much tapped out. I don't even think they're going to be able to get another player. Chris Paul signs a 4-year deal for $160 million for Houston. So he's not going nowhere. He's looking to retire there. So kudos to Houston for being able to keep Chris Paul. Nikola Jokic, the Joker, signs a 5-year deal, $148 million. Kudos to him. Kevin Durant signs a 2-year, $61.5 million deal with Golden State. You already know he wants a couple more rings. Rudy Gay signs a 1-year deal, $10 million. Other slightly important ones, Derrick Rose, he's still with the Minnesota for 1 year, $2.4 million. Kudos to that. And Gerald Green signs a 1-year deal, $2.4 million to stay with Houston. So, those are just some of the few that just happened. I would say all of them, but it's just taking too much time. But I really want to talk about the signings that the players did, that they moved places. Of course, the big one first, DeAndre Jordan, who signs a 1-year, $24 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. Ersan Ilyasova signs a 3-year deal, $21 million with the Bucks, which is a surprise. Marco Bellinelli, who was previously with the 76ers, just signed a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Spurs. That should help their shooting. I'll give them some more consistent shooting. And Doug McDermott signs a 3-year, $22 million deal to play with the Pacers. Kudos to the Pacers. The Pacers look like they are ready to compete against the Boston Celtics, even though they still might need a couple more pieces. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I will be keeping y'all updated with all the free agencies and the moves going on. LeBron still hasn't made a move. DeMarcus Cousins is potentially ready to go to the Lakers. So again, I will make sure y'all stay all the way updated with all the moves being done, and I will see y'all next week. Peace.